Yes, I think the belief was still there after the first two ODIs. We didn't, I didn't feel that we were that far off the ball, and if things could if things happened differently, we could have won the first two ODIs. That's what I felt, but we still had to come back from a very, very difficult position. We had something nice going there at Supersport Park, and that's where things turned around for us. Yes, it was a close series, and credit to England for really playing good cricket, and I think they had us under pressure for all 5 games, so they're a really good side and a side to watch out for over the next few years. I think the difference was probably something that I harp on a lot: hunger. We showed that at Supersport Park, and it just didn't go away. So I think we were just maybe a bit more hungry than England to really nail it down and to create history, to come back from 2-0, whether it is a record or not. In my eyes, it's something really special. Yeah, just to keep believing, to keep that hunger that we showed at Supersport Park, and I said exactly what I said now. We didn't lose the belief, and I asked the guys to keep the spirits up, and we weren't that far off the ball. Even though we were in a really dark place, being 2-0 down, I just asked the guys to keep believing and to really have that faith that we can come back in the series and to take it one step at a time. So I'm just basically saying the things that I've said before in the press conference, but that's really what I said to the team. Showed a couple of inspirational videos here and there, just to keep the spirits up. And other than that, we just really try to focus on the basics and to do the small things right and well, which I feel we did most of the time in the last 3 ODIs, and just created more pressure than England. And yeah, things went our way. Yeah, it's right up there. You live for those kind of pressure moments. I think that through a guy's international career, you have some ups and downs, but you always feel like you're going to be tested in moments like that. And it's taken me years to feel comfortable in pressure situations like that, and I'm starting to feel like I really have good composure in those kind of situations, which I tried again today and which I got right. So that's something I'm really proud of. It's the composure I had in a moment where I felt like the game was on the line, being 3 down there early on, and Ash and I had to make a play to get us back into the game. So we're very proud about that, not only for me but for the whole team, showing composure right throughout. Even David Visa right at the end there, he had to feel a lot of nerves, and yeah, so the way he handled that was exceptionally pleasing to me. Yeah, I know it helps a lot. I'd still like to think that we haven't moved away from that 7 batsman option. It's always something to look at in different situations, different series that you play against different opposition. So we haven't thrown that out the window, but David and Chris definitely brought a different dynamic, and change was needed after the first two ODIs. They really breathe a fresh air of confidence into the side. The way they play is just phenomenal. And Chris obviously in the last game and David in this game. But they had some really consistent performances in all 3 of the ODIs that the last 3 that they played in. So very, very happy about that, and brings a different dynamic to the team. We're going to have to start from scratch again, but it's really nice to finish the ODIs like that. 2 T20s against England now, and then 3 against Australia. Really important 5 games for us to find something special leading up to the T20 World Cup. It's really important for us to focus over the next 2 weeks to a month, to make sure that we go into that World Cup with a good amount of confidence, and it's set up very nicely for us over the next while to do exactly that. Yeah, the chat was basically not to worry about the runs and just to make sure we get in and not lose another wicket. It was very positive chat that we had. There was nothing negative between the 2 of us. We've done it before with 2 experienced players, and I felt that it was really important for us to take it 10 runs at a time, but to eventually get to a 50-run partnership. That's exactly what we spoke about. I told Ash that things would really sort of calm down once we get to a 50 partnership, but that we're going to have to graft to get there. And we were prepared to put in the hard yards, and luckily for us, it worked out that way. Yes, I'm not going to lie to you. They're a fantastic one-day team. To come back from rock bottom in that 2015 World Cup to where they're now has just been. I mean, the talent was always there, but mentally they had to go through a few obstacles and to get past through a few obstacles, which they did. I think Morgs played a big role in that. He's a very positive leader. Even though he didn't have a great series with the bat, he still had that kind of body language of a guy that's I think a guy that's the right captain for England. He's in the right role, I think. And like I said before, I give them a lot of credit, and they will be a team to deal with over the next few years. And 2017 Champions Trophy, 2019 World Cup, they'll be around. There's no doubt about that. I like to mix it up, and I like to bowl the bowlers that I believe can change the game for us. So I brought Imi on because I felt that the wicket is a little bit sticky. I thought it would turn a little bit more, and one or two will stick a little bit more, but it didn't. So I was only going to bowl him that one over anyway, and luckily he got us that wicket with a slider that did stick a little bit. So the plan worked out really well. I'm not going to take credit for that, but I like to really trust my instincts with things like that, and that's how I control the 50 overs. Yes, I like to push myself a little bit down when we're chasing. I like to feel that. Well, I feel that I handle the pressure situations well, and that's why I want to be there at the end. I really do, as often as possible. Riley's a very positive player that can take the game away from a team. He loves the new ball. He's batted at 3 very often in his career, domestic level, and so we want to push him up there and give him the freedom to just go and play his game. I've no doubt in my mind it's going to come off soon. So that was the thinking behind that. Yes and no. I think we took a lot of confidence from the last 2 ODIs at Supersport Park and the Wanderers. But you know that after an emotional game like that, it's very easy to lose your fighting spirit in a big game like this, only 2 days after that. So that was my message to the guys, to keep that kind of fighting spirit, keep the attitude, keep the body language. I thought we did it exceptionally well in the first 50 overs.